Alright guys, welcome to the video. My name is Nick and today we're going to talk about the perfect credit file. Let's get right into it. So let's see what we have here. Alright, go ahead and make myself smaller so you can see everything. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about is accounts and diversity. So the more active credit accounts, the better. So you're going to want 10 open active accounts for elite credit. It's usually 10 to 20. There's an article out a couple years ago that 800 scores in America usually have over 20 accounts open. So that gives you an idea of what you want to do for your credit, right? You want to get up there to the 800. It's better to have more accounts open. Some people think it's better to have less accounts, but this is credit. They want to see that you can handle more credit. So more the merrier in this case. And you also want to diversify those accounts. So you want to go between revolving accounts, installment accounts, and open credit accounts. So a couple examples are like car loans, credit cards, student loans, mortgages, personal loans. And as you can see over here, what I just went over, the types of credit examples. So revolving credit would be credit cards, home equity lines of credit, personal lines of credit. Installment credit would be auto loans, student loans, mortgages. And then open credit would be utility bills and charge cards like Amex. So the next thing we're going to talk about is utilization. So you want to strive to keep your utilization below 30%. That is the bare minimum that you want to have it at, or the maximum you want to have it at is 30%. But ideally, for best results, if you're going for funding, if you're going for like a credit card sequence, if you're going for a new car loan, if you want to get the best rates, you want to keep that utilization below 10%. And what that is going to do is boost your credit a lot. Usually people, they think they have bad credit, but all it is they have a credit card that's maxed out. They pay that credit card that's maxed out and boom, 70% 70-point increase on their credit score just like that, easily. So utilization is very, very, very important. And a hack to lower your utilization without actually paying anything off is to get added as an authorized user on a friend or family member's credit who has a large credit limit, so that you can automatically inherit their credit limit and they basically bring your average down. So mom or dad friend has a $20,000 credit card and you have a $1,000 credit card that's maxed out. If you get added on as an AU, now on your credit report it's going to show that you have $21,000 of available credit and you're no longer maxed out. So your utilization went from 100% down to 10% nearly. So yeah, you just want to make sure that there's no late payments on that credit card that you're getting added to. Make sure that it's been open for a decent amount of time, 3 to 5 years plus, and yeah, a nice decent limit that will help get that utilization down, and you'll be good to go. So next we're going to talk about payment history. Payment history is worth 35% of your score, so it's very, 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 very important. Any late payment, negative remarks such as a collection, charge-off, evictions, repossessions, bankruptcy will severely hinder your score. Just even one of those marks will severely hinder your score, and they don't fall off until 7 years. So 7 years after that delinquent account has been reported, then it will be deleted, or it will fall off your credit. In some cases it's 7 to 10 years. So another thing that you could do is actually dispute that, and you can check out the online store that I have, where I have charge-off letters, inquiry removal letters, where you can go ahead and remove that stuff yourself, and you don't have to wait 7 years, 10 years, any of that. There is such thing as credit repair, and you can check out the videos on my channel where I go in depth about that and the intricacies of it, and it's super easy, guys. Anybody can do it. So go ahead and check that out. And yep, you can check the description box for the link and save yourself $1,000 while you do it. So, and here's the chart over here. So late and missed payments are an indication of lending risk. So that's no bueno if you're looking to get loans or anything like that, car, anything doing with the bank. You don't want to be a lending risk. So late payments assessed based on 3 measures: how recent they are, how severe they are, and how frequent they are. So the next is credit age. This is a very underrated one, credit age. So credit age is the average age of all your active accounts. So ideally, for the best results, you want to have 5+ years of credit age or average age. Your average age you want to be over 5 years. And there's a tip to doing that, because if you're 18 and you don't have 5 years, you couldn't get credit at 13 years old. So there's hacks to do this, simple ways to boost it, and an authorized user works in the exact same way like we discussed before. So if you have an account, your mom has a credit card, dad has a credit card, friend, family, whoever, they have an account that's been open for longer than your average age. So let's say they had a credit card for 15 years, 12 years, these things exist. You can go ahead and get added to that account, and now you will inherit that age of that account, just like you would inherit the credit limit for that account as well. So you'll inherit the age as well. So, and what that does is it will higher your average age, right? So if you get a credit card that has 12 years of, has been open for 12 years, and you only have 1 year of credit history, bring those together, and now the average is 6 years. So you just boosted your average age to 6 years, and that's over the 5-year mark that I would recommend. And we can take a look at the chart over here. How is the length of your credit history calculated? By how long the accounts have been open, how long specific types of accounts have been open, revolving and installment, and how long it's been since you last used these accounts. So the next section we're talking about is inquiries. So after every new credit application, you will get a new hard inquiry, and these stay on your report for 2 years. The effect of the hard inquiry is not as severe as most people think. Usually the effects wear off after 6 months, but still it'll bring your score down by 5, 10, 15 points, and that 5, 10, 15 points may be the difference between $10,000 and $15,000, whatever the case is. They're just little pesky things that are actually easy to remove yourself. You can check out videos I have on that. Check the link in the description box to get your own inquiry removal letter, and you can go ahead and do it yourself. 1, 2, 3 easy, takes less than 30 days. Ideally, you want to have 0 to 2 inquiries on your report. So ideally, you don't want to have any, but at the most 2. So what that is, why it could be seen as negative is because the banks are looking, and if you have 5, 10, 15, they're going to be wondering, why is this person actively looking for so much credit, in a short period of time, and that could show up as a lending risk as well. We'll go over the chart right here. Hard versus soft inquiries. So hard inquiries when lenders pull your credit report as a part of a credit application and it counts as a negative item. And then a soft inquiry is when you pull your own credit report or view your credit score, which does not count as a negative item. So boom, this is the basic summary of the ideal credit report. So your payment history, you want to have 100% payment history. Let's get that payment history up, guys. Utilization, less than 10%. Ideally less than 10%. Inquiries, you want 0 to 2 inquiries on your report. Credit age, let's get that credit age up above 5 years for optimal results. And optimal results, I'm speaking to those who are looking to go into business and want to get business funding via their personal credit. Those who want to get the lowest rate on their cars, their credit cards, personal loans, home improvement loans, things like that. And then accounts. Let's go ahead and open 10 plus accounts. Let's get over 10 accounts. And on my channel, I talk about a lot of easy accounts that you can open, even if you have new credit or bad credit. So make sure you check those out as well. And those are simple. 1, 2, 3. You open those up, and they'll start positively affecting your credit as soon as possible. So a credit report structure like this will easily qualify for $50,000 to $100,000 plus in unsecured credit funding and be approved for anything. So unsecured is exactly what it sounds like. It's unsecured. You don't have to put anything up for it. You don't have to put any money down. It's just straight up the bank giving you $50,000 to $100,000, and 99% of the time there are no documents required behind that $50,000 to $100,000. So do what you will with that information. And it's important to remember your credit score means nothing unless your credit file is set up correctly. I've personally seen 800 credit scores denied for the same thing that a 700 credit score got approved for. And it was strictly because the files were built differently. Just because you have an 800, and if you have an 800 with 2 accounts, but there's a 700 credit score with 10, 15 accounts, who's more likely to be a better risk for the bank? They're going to go for the person who has more credit history, who has 10 to 15 accounts, not 2 accounts. They don't necessarily care about the actual score. 800, 850, it looks pretty, but at the end of the day, it's about what's on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something out of that, learned something new. If you like that, smash that like button to make sure other people can view it in the algorithm. You know how that goes on YouTube. Tap the subscribe button to help us with our current goal on the channel to reach 1,000 subs. We are in this together, man. We're going to grow together. And if you have any questions about what I just talked about or any of my videos, you can always email me at info@tycoontalk.xyz, or you can leave a comment below. I read all the comments, I read all my emails, and I try to respond in a timely manner for everybody. And let me know any topics you want me to cover or go more in depth on the channel. I would greatly appreciate that, so I can get that out to you guys and help as much as I can. And you can check the link in the description for the products that we were talking about: inquiry removal, charge-off removal. Pretty soon here we're going to have a credit course in there as well, going way more in depth, secrets that I've learned throughout my time as a credit repair specialist, working for some of the top businesses and having my own credit repair business as well. So if you like this video, you can also check out the other videos on my channel where I talk about making money with cryptocurrency, as well as consciousness and much, much more. And that's it, guys. May infinite abundance flow to you now and forever, my friends. Thank you, and I will see you again tomorrow. Peace.